Meet the bear that can outweigh a grand piano, stare down a moose and still dash faster than you'd think. Kodiak bears. They're the largest land carnivores in the world, even overshadowing their grizzly cousins. But how did they grow so massive? What secrets lie in their environment? And what can their size teach us about survival? Stick around because there's more to these gentle giants than meets the eye, and we're uncovering it all. Let's get this straight. Both Kodiak bears and grizzlies are part of the brown bear family, Ursus arctos. But while grizzlies top out at around 800 pounds, Kodiaks can weigh up to 1,500 pounds, nearly double. What makes them so different when they share such similar DNA? Kodiak Island is a world apart. Around 12,000 years ago, after the last ice age, brown bears became stranded on this remote archipelago. With no predators and an endless food supply, they had room to grow literally. This phenomenon called island gigantism isn't unique to Kodiak bears. Similar evolutionary trends have been observed in other animals, like the giant tortoises of the Galapagos. But here's the kicker. While Kodiak bears are enormous, their genetic makeup is almost identical to grizzlies. The difference lies in their environment, which we'll explore shortly. How big is too big? Later, we'll compare their speed, strength, and even their bite force. You'll be surprised to learn that size isn't everything in the bear world. One major factor behind the Kodiak bear's size is food, and lots of it. Kodiak Island is essentially a bear's all-you-can-eat buffet. Its rivers are packed with protein-rich salmon, and the forests are loaded with berries and plants. During peak salmon runs, Kodiaks consume up to 90 pounds of food in a single day. That's like eating the weight of a full-grown German shepherd daily. And they don't stop there. They'll gorge on berries, roots, and even seaweed if it's available. But here's a surprising twist. Not all of that food is for energy. Kodiaks store enormous amounts of fat to survive their lengthy hibernation. How does their body manage to survive on nothing but fat reserves for months? We'll dive into the science behind this shortly. Meanwhile, life for a grizzly is a constant battle. Unlike the Kodiaks, grizzlies live in harsher environments with unpredictable food supplies. Competition with other predators, like wolves and mountain lions, means they have to fight harder for every meal. This scarcity leads to aggression. Grizzlies are known for their short tempers, a stark contrast to Kodiak bears, which are more laid back. When you have abundant resources and fewer threats, you don't need to fight as much. Think Kodiaks are slow because of their size. Think again. Later, we'll see how their speed stacks up against grizzlies and which bear wins in a showdown. Humans have played an unexpected role in the survival of the Kodiak bear. Early settlers on the island hunted these giants, but strict conservation laws introduced in the 20th century ensured their population remained stable. Interestingly, Kodiak bears have learned to coexist with humans. Attacks are incredibly rare, likely because the bears are so well fed that they don't see humans as a food source. Contrast that with grizzlies, which are far more likely to engage with humans over territorial disputes. But there's a catch to being the biggest bear on Earth. While their size makes them rulers of Kodiak Island, it also comes with surprising disadvantages. We'll reveal why being a giant isn't always an advantage right after this. Being big isn't always better. Kodiaks require enormous amounts of food to sustain their size, and a poor salmon run can spell disaster. They're also slower and less agile than grizzlies, which can be a problem if food becomes scarce or predators encroach on their territory. Grizzlies, while smaller, are built for speed and endurance. They can reach speeds of 35 miles per hour, almost as fast as a racehorse, making them formidable hunters. Kodiaks, on the other hand, max out at around 25 miles per hour. And here's something you might not expect. Despite their size, Kodiaks and grizzlies have a similar bite force, an astonishing 1,200 pounds per square inch. That's strong enough to crush bowling balls and crack open bones to access the nutrient-rich marrow inside. So, why are Kodiak bears bigger than grizzlies? It's a story of isolation, abundance, and evolution. These giants have adapted to thrive in their remote paradise, proving that size isn't just about genetics, it's about survival. Both species are incredible survivors, showcasing the beauty and resilience of nature in different ways. But one thing's for sure, when it comes to the title of largest land carnivore, Kodiak bears reign supreme. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the wild world of bears. If you're as fascinated by these majestic creatures as we are, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more wildlife stories. Let us know in the comments which animal you'd like us to feature next. And, as always, stay curious, stay wild,